Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We are here today to discuss about our topic, Nature Week. The Nature Society of our university organizing a Nature Week. So, as a member of the society, we need to discuss and decide the best activity for our week. First of all, before we start our discussion, I would like to introduce all candidates. First, candidate A, Doni. Candidate B, Cecilia. Candidate C, Purita. Candidate D, Etna, me, myself. And lastly, candidate D, E is Lawrence. So, I think everyone is ready for our discussion, right?
Yes.
Shall we begin the discussion now? We start with candidate A. What is your view, Doni?
In my opinion, the best activity for our Nature Week is tree planting activity. The act of selecting, planting and caring for a tree can also send a powerful message that you care about the environment. The trees that we are planted can provide very ecological benefit which is linked to the human survival. A forest is more than just a collection of a tree. It is an ecosystem. So what about you, Cecilia?
Thank you, Doni. Good morning, everyone. I want to talk about the best activity for Nature Week. I decided to organize a trip to the national park. The first reason is we can breathe clean, fresh air and gain knowledge. It is because by going to national park, we can leave behind the crowds, stress and have months of quiet. In other side, we can gain knowledge about other species of plants and animals. Next, it is enjoyable because this trip have more activity, such as hiking, shower at waterfalls, walk on suspension bridge, take a ride on the boat while enjoying the view, gain knowledge about traditional culture. This is the great solution to public health problems such as physical inactivity, sedentary lifestyle, and decrease in obesity rate. Besides, the cost also affordable, and certain of the national park in Malaysia does not have entrance fee for beautiful scenery. Undeniable, these trips could catalyze to keep the environment and relax mind by watching the beautiful scenery. And also, we got to appreciate God creation. Thank you. What your opinion, Rita?
Thank you, Cecilia. The best activity for weeks such as organize a camping trip to our forest reserve. In my opinion, we would like to organize a camping trip to our forest reserve because we want to gain knowledge and also experience independence in forest. For example, of activity such as cooking, gadget, jungle trekking, and so on. From this camping trip, we realize the important plants in everyday life. Next, the students also will be more aware of what happened to the environment. The extinction of flora and fauna can harm the world's ecosystems. For example, in animal habitats such as pandas, tapirs, and so on have become extinct, causing the food chain to be affected. The most suitable forest reserve to organize camping trip, for example, in Sarawak is Semongo Wildlife, Matang Wildlife, and the others. So, what is your opinion, Edna?
Thank you, Purita. In my opinion, organized recycling day is the best activity for our Nature Week. Recycling things involve using a product in part or as a whole, in the production of similar or same products again. In regular production, the use of raw materials is sourced directly from natural resources. I would like to give 3 reasons for my point here. Firstly, recycling your waste makes you more responsible in the way you use and dispose of it. For example, we can make a short seminar or tutorial how to recycle waste product, especially to those who do not know what is the ways on to use this waste product, such as decorative items, household items, automotive items, and so on. Secondly, individuals also can minimizing their waste on their as they are helping global environmental damage and making the world better place to live in it. It is a direct contribution to everyone can take price in. Nowadays, many pollutants are caused by waste materials, such as river pollution and air pollution, which is caused by burning the waste materials. Thirdly, in this recycling day also, we can foster the spirit of preserving the environment by recycling waste materials. So with this spirit, we accidentally will create collaboration between one another, such as we can strengthen our relationship between staff and student in our university. Therefore, I strongly feel this is the best activity to be organized for our Nature Week. That's all my opinion. What about you, Lawrence?
Okay, thank you, Anna. In my opinion, the best activity for our Nature Week is organize a camping. I suggest two activity, which is exhibition and seminar. Firstly, exhibition. The exhibition in regard to the importance of preserving nature to the student. The exhibition will be accompanied by an agency such as Jabatan Alam Sekitar (JAS), Jabatan Perlindungan Hidupan Liar dan Taman Negara (Perilitan), and Institut Penyelidikan Perhutanan Malaysia (FRIM). Secondly is holding a seminar. The seminar will be held in Dewan Seri Kenyalang by inviting speaker from Jabatan Alam Sekitar Malaysia (JAS) to foster a sense of love toward nature among students. That's all, my friend. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Lauren. Is there anybody else have anything else to say?
I want to add something on my point.
Okay.
Tree planting activity is the most important activity in our Nature Week that we have to organize. This is because when we plant a tree, we can be enlarge our forest size in our university. It will give a greener environment to our university also. In the same time, it will give our student a new place to do a research inside the campus. So that's all.
Okay, I totally agree with you, Candidate A. In regular production, the use of raw materials is sourced directly from natural resources. For example, fresh pulp for which trees have to be cut down to make a first-generation paper. Recycled paper can very well be used in producing new paper without vastly compromising the quality of the paper. But the amount of the first-generation paper will not be the same, and it will be decreased. So it is better to plant new trees for inventory. Therefore, I believe this is the best activity for our Nature Week. Besides, they can practically to do the planting properly. What about you, Purita?
Okay, thank you, Edna. I am still to stand with my point as organize a camping trip to the forest reserve. But I disagree about your opinion, Donnie. In my opinion, I disagree with your point because nowadays the students prefer to look and observe rather than plant trees and so on. Besides, when the tree already grows up, fallen tree may affect power line and also will back traffic when the strong gust occurs. That's all my point. How about you, Lawrence?
I will disagree what the point you talk about. I think there will be many benefit if you replanting the tree, such as replanting tree can improve groundwater content as a tree, can hinder evaporation of groundwater loss. Besides that, replanting trees can avoid landslide, especially slope of the hill that lost cover crop due to the development activities such as construction of residential area, agriculture, and so on. Thank you. That's all. How about you, Cecilia?
I'm sorry, I need to disagree of point of view, Donnie, Edna, and Lawrence. But I agree points of view. Prita, I also stand on my point.
So in this situation, I have to disagree with you, both of you, Purita and Cecilia. I think tree planting is the most important activity that we have to hold during the Nature Week. This is because our trees can be a food resource for our human life. It also give when we plant a new tree, it will give a new habitat for our wildlife. It also medical material resources for in our environment. If we plant a new tree, such as when we plant tongkat ali, it is useful for us. So how come do you see my point?
In my opinion, as UPM student, they need to add their knowledge about agriculture. From this trip, they have enough info about agriculture. Besides, it was a waste of time because we have to take care of the plant. This activity also make us feel tired.
I think we're going to have agree to disagree. Anyone else have anything else to say?
I want to add something here. Organize a trip to a national park and forest reserve is not a very suitable activity that we have to hold during our nature week. This is because the student who are student and or members who are join the trip as just to have a fun and enjoy themselves and just see the nature. They didn't do anything to save our environment. So how you see this?
Oh, I can see your point there and seem like a tree planting activity is more suitable for Nature Week because it conserve affect environment and caused by logging and overburning. Moreover, it have lower cost. So I agree with you, Donnie. How about you, Purita?
Oh, I agree with you too, Doni. Thank you.
I think we are close to our close to our conclusion. So
Since all of you agree with my point on tree planting activity during our nature week, so that's all for our discussion today, and thank you for the interesting discussion.
Thank
Welcome.
you.